Welcome back. I am reading One Piece for the first time ever, and I want to talk about Syrup Village. This one felt like the first one where we've actually had a real villain, because in reality, Captain Kuro was a fucking dick. Like, you have to genuinely be a awful human being to deceive a sick girl for 3 years just for your own personal gain. That is beyond cruel. And to me, that's why Kuro hits a little bit differently than Buggy did, because to me, Buggy wasn't really a true villain to me. He kind of felt a little bit more like a stepping stone. He was a bit silly, theatrical. It really didn't hit the way that Kuro did. Because Kuro made my skin crawl. I don't think he really likes anyone. Like, he doesn't care for his crew, he doesn't care for Kaya, he doesn't care for anything other than him living a peaceful, quiet life away from piracy now. Like, he doesn't even care about being a pirate either. He has no true aspiration in life. And I just did not like him. Because to be honest, that kind of villain feels a little bit too realistic, and the parallels to like people that are in power only caring about their own gain is not lost on me. What makes Syrup Village super interesting to me is the fact that it's about lies and how not all lies are bad and they're not all treated the same. We meet our fourth Straw Hat, Usopp, who is someone that lies constantly, but he's not doing it in any sort of malicious way. He's doing it to get a laugh out of people. He's doing it to cope with his own life. His dad has gone to pursue his dreams, and he's stuck in a village where virtually nothing exciting happens, and he is someone who dreams big even though he is just a normal dude. So he lies, he makes all of these wild stories up, and he does it because he dreams big and it makes his friend Kaya smile. We get introduced to his really good friend Kaya, who is a very rich girl who is sick, isolated, and really has no one outside of Usopp. And Usopp's lies give her connection and just someone that really sees her. Then we also get Kuro, someone who has been manipulating her for the past 3 years, and the contrast between the two of them is wild. We see that both Kuro and Usopp lie, but they lie for very different reasons, and we see that Usopp essentially lies to protect Kaya in a way, and Kuro does it to hurt her. And Usopp's really big moment in this one wasn't about being strong or the smartest, it was about staying when he was needed and when no one believed him. He went and told everybody that pirates were coming, but he says that every morning, and obviously they weren't going to believe him. I do love how Oda keeps pulling from stories that we have known all of our lives, so I love this little parallel to Boy Who Cried Wolf. So even though Usopp is someone who is really not strong, he has no battle experience, he still wanted to protect those around him because, again, this is his home, and it's his fault that people didn't believe him that pirates were actually coming and they could do nothing to help themselves, because his reputation came back to bite him in the butt, and instead of running away and leaving them to their own devices, he stayed and fought for those that he cared about, and I loved that about him. And I love the little found family aspect that we're starting to see with the Straw Hats. Even though Nami is still a very big question mark, I do love how the crew is starting to get to know each other and rely on each other a lot more. I truly love them so much. Luffy is such a wonderful character who brings people together with just his dream. And I love that Usopp is a part of that too, and that they believe him when no one else does. I feel like that does a lot for Usopp in kind of allowing him to continue growing his confidence, and I'm just gonna keep saying that I love them. I do continue to also really enjoy the comedic moments of this. Something that stood out to me so much was Luffy's entire which way is north, because he was so confident that he knew he was going the right way and then he wasn't. And I don't know what it was about that scene that just had me absolutely dying with laughter. I love that this is such a serious story, you know, in the background, but right in front of you is a lot of comedic moments, because I think it is so needed. Another shortish one, but one that I loved nonetheless. We got a new addition to the crew, and I feel like this is really starting to show us that One Piece cares a lot about the intention of things and not just the adventure of it all, and I love that. We're starting to see a lot of why people do what they do, what their reasoning behind it is, who they're willing to hurt to get their goals across, and who people are willing to protect. And I love that we are seeing our Straw Hats come together in such a short period. I think that's going to play a really important part in the future, and yeah, so thanks for sticking with me for another one. I will see you in Bara TA. Bye now!